Today we're going to be making a pair of flip-flops out of cake. And I have what I call a quarter sheet. Some may think this is a half sheet, but this is a quarter sheet. And you can actually make them whatever size you want, really big or smaller, or little ones to put on a bigger cake. That's totally up to you. Before we start our sandal cake, we are going to start off with our accessories. And the reason we're doing this is it needs to dry overnight, preferably. I have a couple of things here I already started. We have the sandal straps, which I will show you how to do. Just roped and draped over some foil to dry. We have some little fondant flowers, some shells, and some bigger flowers for the top of the sandal. So we'll show you how to do that. I'm just using the clay extruder here, making a pipe. And I should show you here is we have our left and our right shoes. What I did is I put a dot here and a dot here, and I measured, it's about 4 inches on both sides, and I'm going to just make them a little bit longer. For one, you need to have the arch and just some room to clip the ends. So that's about 6 inches, give or take. So when you roll this out, make it about 12-14 inches. Just fold it in half and roll. I like to hold it in my hand, kind of guide it. So it ropes like this. Turn with one and guide with the other. Pinch the ends. And like these here are already done, and then just drape it over some foil, paper, whatnot, and let it dry overnight. All right, next we're going to do our flowers. We have 2 flowers, one that sits on each top of each sandal, and then the little flowers around the edges. What I had done is I have a set of 3 little flowers, and I just need 2 of the white ones. And then we have the middle one here. And the way I did that is the middle size flower. This little container here is for paint for artists, but I use it for this. Make sure before you place anything in there, there's plenty of cornstarch or powdered sugar, depending on your fondant. And then I just made little lines up each one, and let's let that sit. So when it dries, they pop out and they look like this. So when they go on the shoe, it will have more of a dimension to it. And then we have these little teeny flowers we're going to use all over. I have a little ball tool, which is perfect for me because then I make a little dot in the middle. But when you hold it, usually you want things flat. Well, I like to let it sit just like that and dry like that. So as you can see, all these are kind of folded up, so they kind of give more of a natural look to it. Next we're going to do fondant shells and a starfish here. And I have a mold that I have purchased online. Press it in there. If you get a little bit more, that's perfectly fine. You can cut that off later. Just kind of pop it out. And look how easy that is. Now you have a little bit of edge here. You can take a sharp knife or scissors and cut that off. When you use scissors or a knife, you kind of get a sharp edge. So I like to when it's a little bit soft, kind of mold it in there and kind of gives it more rounded edge. Just go ahead and do that all the way around. Also with these, you can paint these, make them brown or have pink colors to them or whatnot, kind of like these here. And you can do that with luster dust, but I think for our purposes today, we're going to keep this more on the bright side, and I'm going to have them all white.